Nityanandam, this is Ma Nityamaya Ditananda coming to you from Tamil Nadu, South India. The sannyas path that I'm on has one of the biggest perks that I think I could have ever expected to come across in my life, and that's agelessness. The anti-aging that happens as a result of being a sannyas is astonishing. This body is 62 years old. And when I was 21, I'd been in a car accident and I had a back injury that left me unable to walk, and I had extreme trouble eating because my spine was in such a mess that it was pushing on the nerves to the stomach and I couldn't eat. So I wound up in hospital at 21 thinking I was dying. And I became known as Megan with a bad back. That was my name back then. And I also developed knee problems from being a track and field athlete. And I watched people who were in my situation as we all aged and showed up at our class reunions. And it was just pathetic to see everyone getting older and older and more crippled and talking about the meds they were on. Like, the conversations were just horrific. And since meeting the Master, meeting the cosmos in human form, this body's constantly been changing, constantly reinventing itself. And even when I first met him in 2009, I had a lot of weight on me from going through menopause. And as a result of being in his presence and now taking the sannyas initiation, the first step, which is brahmacharya, this body just keeps getting younger and younger and younger. There are no problems. There's no problem squatting down and cooking like an Indian village woman. There's no problem doing any of the yoga poses, no matter how twisted, no matter how long they require I sit on my knees. I can sit in full lotus posture, things that were unbearable when I had knee injuries. And as a result of the weight coming off from menopause, this body just does what it's asked. The other day I had the inspiration to go into a headstand because that was something that I couldn't do because the weight on the neck was too much. And this body floated up like a rag doll. It just went into the air straight up, and I just happily stayed there for about 5-10 minutes. So the anti-aging that is available to mankind when you tap into source, you were never meant to just grow old and die. You were never meant to have a slow struggle, and you were never meant to retire at the age of 60 or 70 and then just rot for 30 years waiting to die, which seems to be what our society has programmed us for, the Western society. The thing about the sannyas path is it says you go through these stages in life. You're a student, you're a householder, which I was married, I raised a child, and then you become a sannyas. So you take all that wisdom, all that knowledge, and you help. You just start helping people any way you can. You help the world. You train under a guru so that you actually have the ability to teach and heal and transmit energy when it's needed. And as I've said in other videos, develop superpowers. And I'll be demonstrating those when they start flourishing in me. But it's a magnificent path, and it is the path of anti-aging. So if you're in, absolute turmoil about the way your body is betraying you, start doing Swamiji's techniques. Go to nityananda.org, go to YouTube channel Life Bliss Foundation, and you can start doing techniques now without even being in his physical presence, because when you connect with him through any of these media, you are connecting to source, and that's all that's needed. So thank you for tuning in. Nityanandam.